Welcome to Shallow Waters, where we're not afraid to admit that swimming in the same deep water as you is hard. Today I'm going to do something totally different than what I've done before. I'm actually already ready. So I'm not putting my makeup on in front of you today. You've already seen me do that. But I thought I would do something that I enjoy when other people do it, and that is a favorites video. And also I have a little friend. Hey you. Move on out of the way. Look who's here. It's Tedwin. Thank you. Now you can go out of the room now. You're done. All done. Thank you. Go do something else now. So today I'm going to talk about some of my favorite products, if Teddy will let me. He's very fascinated by the fact that one of the tiles is down on our bathroom ceiling. Cream Puff got in the ceiling again, and I broke the tile trying to get him out. So there's some hole outside that when he goes outside, he gets into it and then gets trapped above our, I don't know, it somehow happens. So clearly there's a hole that needs to be patched on the outside of my house, and my cat's not smart enough to get back out the way he came in. So now this happened twice, and the second time I broke the tile. So I am going to start with some real basics. I used to be a soap girl and not a body wash girl. Although the soap I used didn't contain any soap. But I've been using the Lumi acidified body wash. This one's almost gone. I do have another one in the peony scent. And this one's the cucumber melon. It smells like the 90s. And this one's about to here. So they're both pretty used up. Really liking these. I have sensitive skin. I can't use a lot of products on my face or body, and yet these seem to do the trick and get me nice and clean. So I have been using this for years, and I credit it for my teeth looking nice, but who knows? A lot of it's probably genetics, but Optic White. And separate from that, we have some skincare. What I've been using to remove my makeup has been the Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm by e.l.f. This is a little size one. I got a bunch of samples. This is my third sample and I'm almost out of it. I have another one on its way. And then something I've been using forever, and I can never find it in the drugstore anymore, so I've been ordering it on Amazon, is the Biore Charcoal Micellar Water. One, I know some people don't like micellar water, but sometimes you're in a hurry and you want to wash your face. It's great to have around. And for some reason my skin, why do you keep flushing the toilet? For some reason my skin really likes this. I always have a nice glow afterwards, so, and it's not expensive. And it also helps with some really random things, like if your kids draw with pen on your wall or on their arms or give themselves tattoos with a Sharpie, this stuff gets it off. When I do use a foaming cleanser, I've been liking the Isntree Sensitive Balancing Bubble Foam. Again, I have very sensitive skin and this doesn't irritate, but it does have a nice foam. So if you like a nice foamy cleanse, it's a great option. About once or twice a week, not more than that, I do use the glycolic acid toning solution from The Ordinary. It helps me from getting blackheads. I am kind of prone to those, especially around my nose. This has seemed to keep them away. One thing that I would say though is some people with sensitive skin, this does bother. It doesn't seem to bother my sensitive skin, so this has been a good option for me. So if you do have sensitive skin, I'd probably do a patch test and see if it bothers you, and if it doesn't, this might be a good option. But I found that this one's pretty gentle, but does what it needs to do. Typically in the morning, I don't do a full skincare routine. I'll usually use a toner and then go in with my medications and any other products that I want to use. This is one that I like. It's the Hyaluronic Acid Toner Plus, and sometimes instead I use the micellar water, probably one of these, depending on if I feel like I'm too oily or need a little more moisture. Then I do have a few essences and serums. I don't use them every time. This one's the Hyaluronic Water Essence. This one I think really plumps up your skin and makes you look young. I'm in favor of it. And this one is the e.l.f. Oil Control Pore Minimizing Serum. If I've been really oily or breaking out, I like to use this. If I need some more moisture, I use that. Sometimes I mix the two together. It just depends on my mood. But again, I don't usually use both. If I'm dry, which isn't very often, I have the multifunction formula all-in-one snail repair cream. It does have snail mucin in it. I do think this does beautiful things for clearing up your skin, puffing up your wrinkles, and making them look less noticeable. It also gets rid of dark spots. I don't know how it does all those things, so I really should use it more often, but I don't want that many products on my face. So this is something I probably use once or twice a week when I feel like I'm a little drier. Now this I use every day. I have another sunscreen that's more of a traditional liquid, but it's of course a little bit messier to use. This is one that you just swipe on. You can even like swipe it on your neckline very easily. It's just so easy that it's the one I tend to go to. And it does have hyaluronic acid, and it is another product from Isntree, which as you can see, probably a good 25 to 50% of what I have is from them because they're just so good with sensitive skin. They are a Korean brand. And I kind of skipped over this, but I do use this along with my medications. And this is the Ordinary Azelaic Acid Suspension. I used to have a prescription for azelaic acid and it got very expensive. And this has been a great dupe and works just as well. And this is good for many things. It was originally prescribed to me for acne. I later noticed it was helping with my rosacea. Later, they did do studies and it was good for rosacea. So then they came out with a rosacea version of it. And now I've discovered there is an over-the-counter version. I've been trying the Makeup Forever HD Skin. I bought a bunch of little samples and found a shade that I like. I'm not sure if I like this or not yet. I'm still playing with it. There are days where it looks great, days where I feel like it doesn't look great. I feel like it's a very picky foundation, like what you use for primer and skincare seems to really matter. And it can accentuate texture if you're not careful. Apparently our bread went moldy, so we need to go buy some bread. Foundations. So I have been trying this. It is a foundation. It does have a nice coverage. I'm still playing with it. It may end up being a favorite. I don't know, but it's not there yet. I still have as a favorite the Purito Snail Clearing BB Cream. This is like my all-time favorite. And its replacement, the Cica Clearing BB Cream, is really good. The main difference between the original and the replacement is this has snail mucin, this does not. This has sunblock in it, or SPF protection, I should say. This does not. But they have almost the same effect as far as what you look like. Wish they hadn't gotten rid of the first one because I like having the extra SPF. Also, lately I have been loving the Sheglam. This is from Sheen, the fast fashion cheapy place. It is a really neat cream. It looks like moisturizer. But even though it looks like moisturizer, watch. You put it on your skin and rub it in. And it starts turning into your skin color. I don't know how it does it. It's like some sort of magic. I am wearing it today. I don't know how it does that. Isn't that a miracle? I don't get it. It also has a very light scent like lemon shortbread cookies. I've also been playing with the Numbazin or Numbagin, I think is how they say it, even though it has a Z. Porcelain Base Skip Tone Up Cream in beige. And I do have that on the outside of my face today on top of the Sheglam. And I like this, but it smells like ginger snaps. And I think that's really strange. So jury's still out on this, but I keep playing with it and coming back. So it's worth a mention. Bought a new one of this already. That's how much I love this. Okay. So this is the Burt's Bees All Aglow Lip and Cheek Stick. And it is in the color. This is important because I've tried other colors. It's this particular color, Dahlia Dew. This is the prettiest blush I have ever used. I am wearing it today. It's just amazing. And if you're in a hurry and need lip balm, you can use it that way too. This is so good. I bought a replacement because I don't want to ever run out of that. This is another thing that I already have a replacement for. This is Putty Bronzer, and it is in the color Feelin' Shady. It is my favorite contour. I know it says bronzer, but it is such a beautiful contour. It is exactly the color of a shadow. And I am wearing it today, and it's just gorgeous. It's just amazing. And love it so much, I bought a replacement already, so I won't run out. On the eyes, I do love the Putty Eye Primer. This is the one in, I don't remember the color. I think it's like rose or something. It's very plain, and that's what I have on today. In addition to that, I am playing with MAC Paint Pot, which is like the expensive version, but this one's in a sparkly, which is called Bare Study, and it's very sparkly. Could be used as a highlighter. Very beautiful. Inner corner of my eyes, I like to use this. It is the Becca. It's now made by Smashbox because they took over, and it's the brightening eye cream in light. That's what I have on today as well. And for eyeshadow today, I am using the Gwen Stefani. This is like a new favorite, but it became a favorite really fast. In Simple Kind of Life, named after her song, of course. And the colors are just so beautiful. Like I have this almost army green color from here on the corners. I have this nice sandy brown in the middle. Just really enjoying this. My favorite eyeliner has historically been, and I keep coming back to it, I originally found it in the Dollar Tree. I haven't found it there since, but it is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof. This is black. I can only ever find it in black, but recently I got the Wet n Wild Pro Line Felt Tip Eyeliner, and that's what I'm wearing today. Wet n Wild eyeliners are amazing. I've worn very expensive eyeliners, and they are terrible, at least terrible for me because I'm not talented enough. These go on so easy, and they're typically like $1 to $3. They're so inexpensive. And some things though are worth spending a little bit more money on. For example, this was not a cheap product. It's the Raffy Brow Sculpt. And I played with this in a previous video with the entire brow kit. Of the 3 products, this was the only one I liked, but I loved it. I am using it today, and it really sculpts the brows and gives them a nice shape. And then what I did is went in with, this is the funny thing, the Sheen Sheglam pencil in Universal Taupe. One side is a pencil, and one side is a pen. This is the second one I've bought, and I also have a replacement at the ready for this because it's so good. So I don't want to run out of that. So this will be my this is my second one, and that will be my third. So good. Don't want to run out. Combination of super expensive with super cheap for these eyebrows. My new favorite mascara. And I've had many favorite mascaras over the years, although none give me eyelashes because I don't have any. I don't know if you can see, I have just teeny tiny little ones. But this is the Telescopic Carbon Black. It looks like a telescope. It's really cool. And it's just got such a tiny little wand that I can actually get it on my tiny little eyelashes. So that's why I like it. It's easy to use, and what little eyelashes I have are accentuated. These are my 2 favorites. I don't know which one's gonna win. Today I am wearing this. It's called Memories. It is also by Sheglam, so it's super cheap. You put it on, and like the primer, it changes color. It says it reacts to your skin pH and changes color, but this is so pretty, and the color's Memories. The other favorite is from Ulta. It's a crayon. I love crayons. And it's the Gloss Stick Crayon in a shade called Buggin'. And this is just the perfect shade of berry. I don't know what it'll look like over the Sheglam. So these are 2 colors mixed together. It's a little bit darker, a little more dramatic, a little glossier too. Other things that are good honorable mentions would be my hair steamer. Oh, come on up. Love this thing. This is a Q-Redo. It's not probably meant for hair like mine. It's meant for kinky coily hair, which I do not have. I have baby fine cherub curls is what they call them, which means a combination of curly and wavy, and they're very tiny and delicate. Or not tiny, they're actually big, but they're very delicate and they fall out really easily. So I like to say I have the hair of your average 2-year-old. They really do feel like baby curls on an adult head. But that just seems to make my hair look good after I sleep on it. So kudos to that. This is the Aveda Brilliant Pomade. I don't know if this will work for everybody, because for a lot of people, they say it makes their hair frizzy because it attracts water. But my hair loves it and it smells so good. And I've been using it since high school. So this smell, to me, smells like me. Like, I've worn it for so long. I've tried a quadzillion other products and I always come back to it. And if they ever stop making it, I will cry. I did use it on my hair today, and it makes your hair springy and shiny, and it smells so good. And the other thing that I used on my hair today is, after it got into a shape that I thought was acceptable to enter the universe, I used a little Inner Sense I Create Finish hairspray. I think all the things I used today, which was a lot of stuff. And Teddy just walked off with an entire block of cheese and hid it somewhere. So I guess that will wrap up this video. Thank you for coming to Shallow Waters. I hope that you liked this list of products that are near and dear to my heart. Maybe some of them would work well for you. Maybe they won't work well for you, but if you'll share what some of your favorites are, I would be curious and I'd love to chat with you about it. Thanks. Oh, like and subscribe. I always forget that part.